Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. Now today we're going to take a look at APB Reloaded. Now this is a free-to-play third-person, I'm going to call it third-person shooter, but it has a lot of RPG elements, so it's kind of a third-person shooter RPG. You'll see what we're talking about once we get in there, but let's get started. We're going to go ahead and you can see I've created one character because I kind of wanted to get a gist of how the game worked, but now I'm going to go through the character creation process because they really did an excellent job with this. Now, as far as the game is concerned, you have two separate factions, so you can choose either to be a criminal or an enforcer. Enforcers basically like cops. It really adjusts based upon these, how you kind of work inside of the game and how the missions work for you. So you can see, we're gonna go ahead and skip by this cutscene. So there we go. So yes, we want to be an enforcer. So let's go next. And we're going to pick which server we want to be on. We're gonna do North America West and join the world. Yes, I wish to choose that one. All right. So now one thing that's great about this is, as you may know, you can see the starting character select is pretty awesome. As you may know, this game originally came out as a pay-to-play, and it closed down, and then it recently reopened as a free-to-play game. And what's really cool about that is the fact that it already had a fairly high production value. As you can see right here in the character in the this is a quick make, so we're gonna go ahead and show you female. We're gonna randomize a few times so you can see exactly the different types of things that will happen just through randomization. We'll do the same for the male, and check that out. We're gonna go ahead and go with a female. And now you can see you've got a bunch of randomization here, and you can actually tone that down and do randomized, but randomized muscular, randomized 18 to 20 years old, stuff like that. But you can also break it down into much more advanced mode. So you go into the advanced mode and it goes to its, you know, very, you can see all these different things that you can adjust. So you can adjust shapes and colors and all kinds of different stuff. But we're actually going to go back to the quick mode and let's randomize a few times. See what we get. Why not? We'll do something like that. So we'll go with that one, and you know what, we're just going to finish so we can get into the game. And there we go, create our name, finish. The game does dump you into a tutorial section. We're going to go through that because it gives you a good idea of the basics, and I'll be able to walk you guys through. Now you do move around with the basic controls, W, A, S, and D. You do use your left click to fire your weapon. You can also, what's really cool is you can use your mouse wheel to change your weapon. And you know what, this actually takes a little while for some reason to load this up, so I'm actually going to pause this for a second. There you go, so we're fully loaded up and we can spawn right here. So we're going to go ahead and spawn in this spawn point. So once you get into the regular game and you're not in the tutorial, you're able to spawn at different spots. Let's skip that. You guys can watch that stuff. And you can see you start out with some clothing and things like that. You can actually go into your inventory and see your character, and you do have, actually I think once you get through the tutorial, you actually get, actually it's the first mission, you get a second outfit and essentially puts you in your underwear, which is pretty funny. So we're going to go over and talk to this guy. Now if you hold down shift, you will sprint. You can see basic movements. Spacebar does jump. Let's talk to this guy, and so this is one of your contacts. So as you go through the game, you're going to earn contacts, and you're going to pledge to those contacts, and then those contacts will send you missions. But we want to talk to him because we want to look at some of the other stuff he has. Now we can bribe him, actually use money to actually increase our prestige, because as you take down criminals and things like that, your prestige, it's basically like your level, your prestige goes up. And the reason that you need your prestige is, as you can see here, you've got different weapons that are available. Some of these are very basic, and as you earn more money, you want to take and you want to spend them, but they have rating limits. So you have to actually see, my rating right now is just a 1. So to use this weapon, I have to have a rating of 20. So you have to actually earn those levels to be able to level up and be able to use those different weapons. But let's go down to the parking garage and pick up our first car so we can move around. Now the basics are pretty simple. I'm just moving around. You want to get yourself a car. We're going to interact with that. Use F to interact with it. Let's see here. There we go. So spawn vehicle. Did it show up yet? There we go. There's our cop car. So we're going to jump in our cop car real quick. Now on the criminal side, you can do a lot of different things as far as taking criminals out and as far as mugging people and things like that. The main thing that you want to do on the enforcer side is take down those criminals and things along those lines, and then do the different quests. Now, since we're it's kind of funny that we're listening to heavy metal in our cop car. But we're gonna go ahead and you use the K button to see up there in the top left-hand corner that we're now ready. You know what? I'm actually gonna turn this volume down just a little bit because I'm afraid you guys may not be able to hear me. And for some reason, even though I turned the volume down, it jacked it back up when I got into this character. So there we go. We actually crashed into that car. So we're gonna drive around, and in a second, it's gonna actually give me a quest, so to say, that I'm gonna have to that the game's gonna want me to do. So now, as you're driving around, you still use WAS and D, and then you use spacebar as your power brake. So there we go. So we've got our quest. Let's see where it's at. So you want to follow the orange. See, somebody's actually, you can see in the top right, training day. So somebody's actually spray painting this section, and we're gonna go and either bust them or take them down. So you want to not run over the people while you're driving around and when you're a cop. So let's cruise over here to this spot, and it looks like we're gonna have to jump out of our car. And we can do a little power roll, let our car run in there, and we're gonna cruise back here. Now it's really cool because you can interact with a lot of the different things. Like you saw, I just jumped over that fence. You can climb up ladders, things along those nature. So we found the graffiti, so we're gonna go ahead and clean it up. So we're actually gonna spray paint over the graffiti to clean it up, and I bet you it's gonna be perfect. Like, her painting skills are so perfect that she can spray. Oh, she actually sprayed over it looks like almost like a billboard. So there we go. So we completed that mission, and you can see down on the bottom we do have some mail now. So what we want to do is we want to bring up our map. Maybe bring up our map. There we go. So we can bring up our map, and you can see where we are right now. You can see where we were. You can see different sections like that, things like that. And there's more graffiti close by. Press F to clean it up. So it looks like we need to cruise over this way again, and we're not going to take our car because it seems like it'll be a little bit faster to just run through this building and cruise over to this sector. Now, once you get into the regular game, or actually once you're through the tutorial, you're able to select like more persistent, I guess you could call them persistent world zones. There's 3 like persistent world zones, or there's all kinds of different instances, and the instances kind of work like a lobby. You know, in other shooter games, where you'll join a lobby and you'll have obviously the 2 sides, whether it be the enforcers or the criminals, and then essentially that turns into like just basically a mini game where you're after each other the whole time. And the game does a good job of creating scenarios where, you know, the enforcers are trying to bust the criminals for doing things like you know, selling hacked DVDs or you know, things of those nature. So essentially the game does a really good job of its storyline. So now we're going to look for a mailbox here. There's actually a mailbox behind us, and it seems like it'll take me longer to get to my car. So we're going to run over to that mailbox and see what the next mail is. And I'm already set for ready, so hopefully it'll take and give me another quest while I'm cruising over here to this mailbox. Because the game, you know, it does, like it said, it just gave me a new outfit, so we'll be able to see that. Let's go into our character and change our outfit. Nope, not yet. Maybe we have to pick it up in the mailbox. I can't remember from when I played with the other character, so now I have to cruise over this way and check the mail and see if that other outfit is in there. I think it might be. But you can see there's just people walking around all over the place, and as the criminals, like a lot of times you'll want to take and you'll earn money by taking him. You could go on a crime spree and just mug like people, you know, all these different people and things like that. You earn more of the kind of, it's not prestige on the criminal side, but notoriety, so to say. So since you cleaned up all the graffiti, the gangs in the area have been quiet. Looks like they're but looks can be deceiving. I'd like you to check it out. Press F to plant a bug. So we got to head over to this little spot over here and plant a bug. Well, luckily it's kind of on our way to the mailbox. Not totally on our way, but kind of on our way. But you'll see also there's different areas, and you can see them on the screen here, different parking areas. So we can actually take and go up to this and we can spawn our car. So there we go. We spawned our car. Let's get in our car. You can also take and when you're doing group missions, you can have multiple players in the car with you and things of that nature. Let's jump out because I want to keep running around. And then you can do like drive-by shootings if you're on the criminal side, or even on the on the enforcer side, where you can have one guy hanging out the window and shooting at the other guys. So it's really cool, and really they have some really cool gameplay mechanics when it comes to things like that. But and then as far as the weapons are concerned, there's a huge variety as far as the different weapons. I mean, everything from shotguns to let's see, we want to plant that bug right there. So there we go, we're planting the bug. Everything from bazookas to shotguns to assault rifles. I mean, you name it. The game has a wide variety of weapons, and also costumes. I mean, or as far as gear is concerned on the costume side, I mean, there's a huge variety of that also. So I mean, it really gets kind of cool once you get into more of the persistent world to see all the different players running around and the different ways that they stylize their characters and stuff like that. But let's see if we can cruise through here. There we go. Let's open that door. And like I said, it's really cool that you can take and you can really customize your character in a lot of different ways, and also the fact that the game has so many different interactions as far as things like the environment is concerned. There's a lot of destruction as far as the environment is concerned. A lot of things you can do there. You can blow things up. You can destroy signs. I mean, all kinds of different stuff as far as the environment is concerned, which I think is a really cool feature. So let's see what we got here as far as our mail. Welcome to San Paro. Organization structure. Let's see, and you can see, I mean, in these emails or these mails that you get, essentially, there's huge amounts of story and backstory that goes along with them. So I mean, if you really get into that, it's really cool that you could see that. So we want to get our reward package. Let's pick that up. Field supplier. So let's retrieve that. So there we go. We've retrieved that. Now I think we can actually change our clothes. Let's see what we've got here. So change this outfit. So there we go. You can see she's going to show up in a second, and she's going to be pretty much completely naked, except for like bra and panties. Well, you know, we're just going to close it out and see if it takes a second to show up. It didn't, but we got some. There we go. So she just run around in her bra and panties. We're going to go ahead and leave her like that because I think it's pretty hot. So let's cruise over to this last spot. And what's really cool about the music inside your cars and in your vehicles and stuff like that is you'll be really surprised at some of the music that they actually have licensing to. I thought it was really cool. You know, you get into the cars and you'll see or you'll hear actual songs that you'll hear on the regular radio. And as far as I know, let's see if we can find it in here in the menu. Full chat console. Let's see if we can find it here. Music player. So if I remember correctly, you can actually take and you can go in here and you can do different music, but you can also import music into the library. So you can actually import your own music. So while you're playing the game, you can actually hear your own music, which is kind of cool to be able to set your own playlists and things like that. Really a cool feature as far as a game like this is concerned. You know, because I mean the game really is kind of following along the lines of, you know, like the Gran Turismo line and things like that. And also you can tell that they did a really good job, you know, when the door closes on your car, that the music actually goes down. Let's see if we can get in here and plant this bug somewhere. I know we've got to go in here somewhere. So here we go. I think it's over here. And it's nice you could see the distance, so you know if it's really far away, you want to take and you want to jump in your car. If it's really close by, you just want to go ahead and run off and take a look at it. So let's finish this up. And I think this is actually the last mission that we have to do before we're out of the tutorial. So there we go. And it's pretty cool. You can see, you know, your mission over, you won, targets, and the cash you earned, and your standing level up. So now I'm level 4. New clothing available for purchase in the wardrobe. And let's see what else we got. New symbol available for you using the designer. So, I mean, you can see you get a lot of these different things. And here's some other players running around and basically crashing. And because you're in the tutorial area, you can't actually kill anybody. So guys have a tendency to just get crazy and run around and do all kinds of silly stuff like jumping on cars and shooting at each other and things of that nature. But you know what? I am going to pause it until I get out of the tutorial area and I can show you guys one of the missions that you get into where you actually have some fighting. So I'll be right back. So there we go. I completed the tutorial, and now you can switch, and this is what I was talking about. So you have different districts, or you have instances. So you can see in the instances, you've got population, criminals, enforcers, and things like that. And you can see they're in the different districts. So we're gonna go ahead and just pick a district. We're gonna go in the financial district, and let's join that district. So there we go. So now when you get in this district, everybody's just kind of running around. Now, even though you can see both criminals and enforcers, you can't just kind of randomly attack them. You have to actually be on a mission, and then what the game does is it essentially puts two groups of players together. We'll find you a group, put you together with those players, and then you'll run around and you'll try and complete that mission with those players. And then at the same time, the opposite faction has a group that's put together the same way. So what we're going to do is, you can see here we've got 3 different spots that we can actually take and spawn at. We're going to go ahead and spawn in the same place that we did before, so I kind of know the area just a little bit. But here we go. So find me a group, and there we go. So I'm not ready. Let's go ahead and change to ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my clothes back on. Let's go back to there. Let's put my clothes back on. For some reason it doesn't want to let me. So, but you can see here you can carry different weapons and stuff like that, grenades, and then you do have, just a basic handgun, as well as this weapon, and then you've got different vehicles, and you can pick up different vehicles as the game goes on, things like that nature, and get those in the cash shop if you really want to. Let's cruise over and talk to this guy. I don't think he has a mission for me, but I think I have to re-pledge to him. No, I don't have to pledge, so I'm already pledged to him. And like I said, you can bribe him. You can see my rank is already 9, so it doesn't take long to get up in rank and be able to start using some of these other weapons. The real kicker is, the first ones you can see here at 20. The real kicker is to be able to save up the money, but that doesn't take too long. I mean, you can look at my inventory, and we can see, is it in my inventory? Actually, I think it's outside of the inventory. You can see in the top right-hand corner that I already have $343. So there we go. We can't lose those dealers. Get that shit in circulation. Eliminate all the opponents in the area. We'll send narcotics boys to clean up later. So where's our orange dot? Let's see here. So we want to cruise off. That's a green dot. So that's our other player. So we don't want to jump in there. We're actually getting shot at. There we go. So we took that guy out. And you can actually zoom down just a little bit. So if you want to kind of lock in your target, you can fire by holding down. And the ambulance just totally ran me over and just keeps running me over. Killed by Biggie Black G. So I didn't even know that guy. But you can see right there the destruction that he could do to the environments and stuff like that. All that stuff really kind of makes the game just that much kind of. There's just a little bit more to it. So. But I think it's pretty cool the way that they did some of those things. You can see this guy's running away from me. Let's see. We need to take out 7 more. So you can see the red dots, and then you can see my partner who's in the green. So we want to cruise over this way. We've got Wagner Maverick is 100 and something yards away. It looks like he might actually be running towards me. Let's jump up here. Let's head up onto the rooftop and see what we can see from up top. Let's see if we can sneak up on him a little bit. Nope. See if we can take him out. Now I jump behind that wall. Need to reload. Oh, and I actually got taken out while reloading. I was actually watching that and not paying attention. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. And if you'd like to play or learn more about APB Reloaded, you can read our full review at MMOden.com or just click the link in the description. Till next time, thanks for watching.